guess we'll talk about the documentary first. About 3-4 years ago, I had been making a relationship with Daniel.
Good morning, and welcome to Old Westbury's Got Talent, where we showcase what Old Westbury students have to offer. I'm your host, Ariel, and in studio we have Katie Tenenbaum, who will be playing ukulele for us. But first, we'll ask her a few questions about her musical hobby. Hi Katie, how are you?
Good.
So I have a couple questions for you.
Of course.
And the first being, how did you get started playing ukulele?
So my sister actually bought one before I did. She wanted one, whatever. So she got it, and she played, the Adventure Time theme song, which everyone knows.
Everybody has to learn it.
And she just stopped playing it. It's been in her closet for a few months. I asked her if I can play it. She said yeah. And so I just only know Hey Soul Sister by Train. That's like the basic song. And then I kept practicing, and then here I am.
How has music influenced your life overall?
Oh my gosh, I can't even begin to describe it. I actually have a musical tattoo of microphone stand, so singing and playing instruments means so much to me. I've been singing since 4th grade and picked up ukulele in high school and guitar in college, so just anything musical I love to do, and I love to share my voice with everyone.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for your time, and I can't wait to hear you play.
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
Up next, we take to the hallways of SUNY Old Westbury to see what talents our students may be hiding.
My talent is that I can do mixed martial arts, and I was actually an instructor over the summer. I just saw a promotional thing, and I just wanted to try it out. So let's say she's an intruder, and she's about to steal me away, right? Grab my wrist. All right. And all you have to do is go around, push down.
Oh my God, okay.
You can do the same thing with both hands. So let's say she's pulling me away and I can't get away. Out. And then you get away. It's cool.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome back to Old Westbury's Got Talent, where we showcase what Old Westbury students have to offer. I'm your host, Kimani. In the studio, we have Nigel Shelby, who will be reciting one of his favorite poems for us today. But first, we're going to ask him a few questions. Nigel, what inspired you to write poetry?
What inspired me? I've been writing since I was a kid, a lot. I kind of stopped when I got back in high school, but what really inspired me is some of the rappers I listened to, like, Kendrick, and even back then, like, Tribe Called Quest, mix of 90s and now. To me, expressing myself through writing is like the best way for me, because, I think of myself as a person who has a creative mind, and, I can take that creative mind and put it down to paper, and something usually turns up good from that.
Okay, so like what are some of the topics that you talk about in your poetry?
Whatever's going on in my life, whether it be like, heartbreak, tough times, happiness, I try to keep it real as possible.
I would like to thank you for having you on the show today.
My pleasure.
And now we're gonna listen to one of your favorite poems.
All right. Yo, what's going on? This is Nigel X, and I wrote this piece, and it's called Welcome to Heartbreak, and it goes like this.
Let's take it back around the time when I was 8 and 9. Some feelings erupt inside of me that I couldn't define. Got me going through things at the time I couldn't explain. Swear to God that I was going insane. But it turns out I had a thing for this girl. The moment she walked in, her cute brown eyes was the thing that I was lost in. Going to a school full of wannabes and ne'er-do-wells, searching for an angel, and suddenly well, there you fell. I treat this love scenery just like a fairy tale, like I could be your prince and you can be my Ariel. And in my mind, I knew that I would treat her very well. And in the story, a fairy tale is just a fairy tale. On the playground, feeling softer than the marshmallow, looking so lost when I approached her with a soft hello. I must have her. I knew the time was now. Wrote her a love letter. She looked disgusted as a friend threw it on the ground.
I'm your host, Amanda. In studio, we have Brian Picard, who will be talking about life and doing some of his best impersonation. So, Brian, I hear you've done a documentary.
Yeah.
How did you get started doing that?
Yeah, the documentary was about 3 years ago. Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter series, I have a lot of good relationships with a ton of A-list to, I guess, D-list celebrities. I won't mention the D-list celebrities.
Now, what everyone's been waiting for, your impersonations. What are some of your favorites?
My favorites? I love doing my Bruce Springsteen. Oh, yeah. I wrote Born to Run 75. I'm on Broadway right now. Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna do my friend Paul McCartney. You know, man, I went on tour recently, and I was on tour with the Beatles for a while, and, you know, we really didn't go too well over there, man. It was really bad. And then, you know, it was go right, but, you know, now I'm on my own, and, you know, I had the Wings in the 70s, man. It's really good. And now I have people coming to see me still. It's crazy. And, you know, I want to do another friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine, Billy Joe.
Yeah, I'm a Long Island guy. You know, it's pretty good. I haven't written an album since 1993. River of Dreams album, I think that was the last one. I have a once-a-month gig at the Garden. I like it, and yeah, it's pretty good. And then I can also do Donald Trump too. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. Thank you. I like to use words a lot. Yes, Melania, wherever you are, I love you. Not really. I have all the other girls back there. And yeah.
Well, I must say I'm impressed, and I guarantee you everyone else watching is impressed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
There's a new thing called inner beauty. Actually, it isn't anything new. Too many people are worrying about their appearances instead of what matters most, self-love. Today, I'm here with Kaimani, and we're going to talk about some of those pressures. Hi, how are you?
Hi, my name is Kimani.
So I wanted to ask you, have you ever had your hair permed before?
So for my 9th birthday, I got a perm, and it was a kid's perm just for me, but basically I was kind of pressured into getting a perm because most of the girls in my school, their hair was not like mine. Mine was still natural. You know, it had a little volume to it, and of course, it was a little bit coarse. So also seeing like music videos and a lot of, you know, media, like celebrities, like people that you look up to with this nice Eurocentric look. After getting that perm when I was 9 years old, it took me about 10 years to like get my hair back to its natural texture because I was back to back with perms, back to back with perms. So basically, when I got to 9th grade, I started wearing extensions, like I started wearing weaves. So it didn't really make sense for me to get perms in my hair because my hair was braided underneath the weave. So as I, like, you know, finished my high school career, I noticed like the changes in my hair, like how, you know, strong it was, how healthy it became, and it was because I didn't use any, you know, extras. So as I got to college, no perm at all, my hair is as healthy as it's ever been, and I'm in love with how I look now. So I feel like it's important to love your natural self before you add anything to it. We're so used to, you know, having so much expectations on just women in general, like in the media. We're expected to look a certain way, to, you know, dress a certain way, have our hair in a certain way, and if we don't, it doesn't matter if we're the smartest woman in the room. The media will, you know, go straight and into that problem and say, oh, well, her hair wasn't done. Who cares what she was saying? You know, her boob fell out. It doesn't really matter what like she's really like coming across and trying to say. So I feel like that's the main reason, because women are so we're so expected to look and, you know, be a certain way.
That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching. I'm Ariel.
I'm Kimani, and tune in next week to OW's Got Talent.